Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique and today we have an unwrapping of the latest Total Tarot magazine, which actually did come last week, but only just now getting around to opening the packet. So let's do it. So we have issues 84 and 85 with the Santa Muerte Tarot. Now, I have got the Santa Muerte Tarot, and I did do a comparison video with two Santa Muerte decks back in, hold on, I'll have a look. Yeah, April 2023, so quite some time ago. So I'll link that video below because it's quite interesting comparing two decks with the same theme. Okay, so as always, we have the deck in two halves and one half for each magazine. So if you were buying them separately, then they would come half in each issue. Can't say that word. Issue. Okay, so we've got the tuck box. Not damaged this time. A few of them have come damaged. It's the front of the tuck box and the back. Okay, this is the deck. Should we look at the deck first? So as I said, I have had this deck for a couple of years now. Yeah, almost 2 years. So you probably know this deck. I would imagine there's been loads of walkthroughs of it anyway, but I will just go through it in case you haven't. So it is based on Santa Muerte, the Day of the Dead, a Mexican festival. And so we begin with the Fool, and he's got a suitcase, a guitar, and he's actually coming out of his grave for the Day of the Dead, when people celebrate those their ancestors and those they've lost. These are the backs. Very pretty, aren't they? Magician. So they are Rider-Waite-Smith influenced images with the Santa Muerte theme. The Magician, with the candles on his hat there. High Priestess, absolutely beautiful. The Owl. Empress. Very vibrant colours in this deck, aren't they? The Emperor with his gun. Hierophant. With it looks like a Ouija board there. A yes/no board. Actually talking to spirit. Very apt for the Hierophant. We have the Lovers and a keyhole in the heart, and the key is above. It's a beautiful deck. This is one of my favourites. Chariot. You can see there's lots of things going on in the imagery as well, lots of takeaways. Love this Strength card. The Hermit is in the coffin with a lamp. Wheel of Fortune. Scythe. Black and white. Justice. Hanged Man. It's quite funny really, isn't it? And Santa Muerte themselves as the Death card. Sorry about the overhead plane. Just wait for it to go. The Temperance seems to be hovering above that water. Black angel wings. Very Mexican building in the background there. The devil, look at that devil. Look at that energy, isn't it beautiful? Burning red energy. And look, down here, puppets. The tower. Bit of a different take on the tower, very reminiscent of Escher. Star. The star there. The moon. Looking at the reflection in the water of both the moon and themselves. Oh, this sun card. So we've got those two puppets from the devil card. And judgment, family. The angel. Brilliant. And the world card. It's the major arcana, absolutely beautiful. So as with all those Scarabaeos, they start with a cup suit. I'm not doing that. So what I'm going to do is this, because this is what I like to do sometimes when I get a deck, is to actually compare the numbered cards. So we've got all the aces here, and they're very seasonal. The Scorpion, very bright red for the Ace of Wands, and we've got this blue colour for the Cups, and lots of rain coming down, lots of water in this one. For the Swords here, then we have all this golden sunlight. The sword is pointing down through the skull. And here we've got the sign for a club, haven't we? Here, hearts. So there is a bit of a reference then to playing cards. We've got a grasshopper on top of the Ace of Pentacles. Isn't this interesting? These Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Two of Swords, we have scissors. Make the cut, make the choice. The Two of Wands, well, two guns. I love the way the water is pouring from one cup into the other as the skulls, and you can still see the hearts in the Two of Cups. Nice. Threes. So with the Three of Swords, we don't actually have an anatomical heart with three swords through it, but look what we do have. It's quite a challenging image. Keeping that red theme there in the wands, as you can see, and the blue theme in the cups. Water in our skulls here in the Three of Pentacles, and you're having that celebration there in the Three of Cups. Oh, they're such vibrant, beautiful images. So the fours in this deck are quite interesting, aren't they? Look at this one where they're actually hammering nails into the coffin. Final rest. Four of Cups, yeah. Very disillusioned. This one's really interesting. They're actually lifting this figure up. It's almost like a toy town, or this is a giant. See the little figures. And there. This is beautiful. It's Four of Wands. Would you go visit that stall? The fives. Wow. Look at that, treading on them. Oh, our ancestors. Five of Swords. Yes, that's a very challenging card. The Five of Cups. We've got this sort of labyrinth in the skull here. And we're in water as well. And then the Five of Wands is off the top box. That will light that match there. In fact, they have lighted that match there. And on to the Six. So there's a procession going on for this Six of Wands here. The Six of Cups. This lady's dancing. In the Six of Swords, yes, we're in the boat. And then the Six of Pentacles, time. We can't really go back in time, can we? Except in our imagination. Gate 7. This hope reflection. 7 of Swords. 7 of Cups. Yes, we have this choice element again. 7 of Wands. Oh, that's beautiful. And then the 7 of Pentacles, which we're using like an abacus here with skulls on. 8s. So we've still got that swiftness. It's a very, almost feels like aliens, doesn't it? 8 of Cups. So this lady here, all this water coming out of her crown of skull cups. 8 of Swords, some tempestuous energy. And then the 8 of Pentacles here. Again, we've got a skull motif. These quite echo each other with these leaves here being blown in the wind. We've got these sort of giant skulls here. And this figure seems almost trapped in what they've built. Interesting. 9 of Swords. We're outside a church here holding a book. And lots of scrolls in the background. Here in the 9 of Cups, we have our treasure chest. Pirate energy. And the 9 of Wands, we're actually cutting away what we no longer need here. And then the 10. Oh, butterflies. In each one. Or maybe a death's head moth there. Isn't that interesting how they're all similar in the 10s? Okay, let's put the court cards together. Starting with the pages. And of course, even though the pages are youthful energy, we cannot see in this deck the age because they're skulls. This one's on a swing. What's this one doing? The water's coming through this spoon because it's got all these holes in them. Beautiful, beautiful colours. We've got a skull shopping bag there. The Page of Pentacles, and our Page of Swords is writing. The Knights. Let's look at the Knights. Sword Swallower. Great energy. All the horses are skeletal, as well as the figures, as well as the Knights. And then Queens. These are quite similar in colour, the Swords and the Pentacles here. This one is calling out in the wand suit with a light, a candle. This one's offering the heart in the Queen of Cups. Outstretched. This one has the sword across the shoulders. And this one is climbing up a ladder. And then the King's finally. He's got his treasure chest there. Drinking the element there. Look at the medal on this one. And this one is pointing as well. They're very interesting cards, aren't they? As you can see through that walkthrough, are all cohesive colours. So all these beautiful reds here in the wand suit. Absolutely gorgeous. And then in the cups we have this sort of blue palette. In the swords, these sort of golden yellows and greens. And then a darker green in the pentacles. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the deck. Let's have a look at the magazines. So part 84 first. Just one side. So this is the front cover. And we've got the fourth part of an article, Transformative Tarot. Here we have the contents pages. So this is all about yoga for some reason. Bhakti yoga. And how yoga in general could bring about inner transformations and healing. A Hindu practice, which is devotional. Then it's got the steps to it. And applying these 9 principles to tarot. Says it's a useful and profound way to learn more about the cards themselves. This is totally new to me. We have the instructions. First, choose a card that represents your resolution or that you want to develop a greater understanding. Keep it near a place where you have time to yourself every day. Once a day, pick up that card, spend time with it. Examine it, talk to it, write about it in your journal. Let it tell you which affirmation, goal or aspect of your resolution you should explore today. Keep that intention in your mind as you go through your day. Okay, and then applying the principles. Listen to your chosen card, read about what others have said about it, praise the card, memorize it, study it, render service to it, perform acts in your everyday life that carry the message of that card or an aspect of it. That's very different. Anyway, here we have the Shaman Tarot, part 60 and 61. It's saying if we want to apply infinite creativity and passion to everything you do, then the Empress card is the card that we focus on. It says tarot readers are often healers and empathic people by nature. Okay, esoteric connections. Then we're on to the number 7. Again with the Marseille deck. We have keywords, numerology, geometry and Kabbalah. Some more keywords and some challenges. So if it was ill-dignified. The Arcana of the 7, the Geometry, the 7-pointed star, and it's a Netzach, victory on the Tree of Life, and some corresponding cards to the number 7, so the Chariot. A tarot spread called the Comeback Spread, and we have the Visconti Tarot. It helps the querent recover something they thought they'd lost and use it to create something new. It's got 4 cards, all the deck, to gather up everything that's left after a loss and to find a way to use it to gain or lose something new. So it's a 4-card spread here. And then how to do that spread, reading and interpretation of that spread. Positions, the low, the baggage, the transformation and the high. And a synthesis of that spread. And next issue, it will give a example reading of that spread. So Tarot Deck Library, we're talking here the Santa Muerte Tarot and what it's all about. It's a colourful deck celebrating Mexican and pre-Columbian cults and traditions. And it's created by Fabio Listrani. I love that artist, he's so good. Tarot of the Night Sun, or the Night Sun Tarot, that's his as well, which is an amazing deck. And he's done illustrations as covers for comic books, novels, music groups, concept art, t-shirt designs, poster art, as well as tarot. Yeah, there you go. 2014, designed the Night Sun Tarot for Los Scarabeo. Okay, so this is a triptych made up of Santa Muerte, Calavera Catrina, and Dios de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. So the recurring theme is that death appears to us not the opposite of life, but as an integral part of it, perhaps the opposite of birth. Here we have some meanings for the major arcana, and I'm pleasantly surprised with this because we've got a lot more information than we normally do have in this issue. So let's take the High Priestess. Proceed with study, because it's studying, and meditate on the best road that will take you where you can realise your project without forgetting to value what you are accumulating or keeping. Okay, let's have a look at the Chariot. 7. Act and take on with courage the road you have decided to face while conserving a certain prudence in not letting yourself be overwhelmed by your emotions. Yeah, this is definitely an improvement on some of the past issues. Temperance. Evaluate your objectives well and with moderation. Try to reach a balance that will enable you to make the unstable stable or move what is fixed. Okay. I wonder how much we get with the minor arcana. So a cup card. Oh, Wands card, okay. 4 of Wands. Make the most of this moment of stability to fully enjoy what you have gained. Queen of Cups. You can completely trust your intuition or that of a close female figure whom you believe to be reputable. This is quite good, isn't it? 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. Do not be afraid, even if it is necessary to reconsider the choices made if they are causing an internal storm. I'm liking this issue. 5 of Pentacles. With calm and through objective evaluation, you can go ahead, overcoming any crisis that you meet along your way. Okay, so that's a taste of the definitions in the magazine here. Okay, so we've got some more information on the deck itself. Consciousness, transformation, evolution. Consider death as a gift that the universe through us makes to itself. The power of death, a moment in time, advice of the dead. I should enjoy reading that, I think. Okay, so we've got a visual representation of the majors here and where to go in the magazine to find the information. You can practice with. Sneak peek of the next issue. So the next issue, 85. Okay, so page of contents. Again, we've got this transformative tarot series here. This part 5 is about pathworking, and it talks about the 78 Doors tarot deck. I do like that deck, it's really nice. Okay, so you envisage yourself stepping into a card. That's quite a well-known technique. Observing what you see in the card, universal mysteries, instructions on how to do it. Then we have a little bit on the Tree of Life. Oh yes, and so you can pathwork the Tree of Life, which is a bit more esoteric. Got on to number 8, the Marseille deck. What it represents, some keywords, major keywords, all about it, some more keywords, where it is numerology, geometry and Kabbalah, some challenges. There we go. An octagon. The relevant cards from the Marseille. And then we've got the second part of that tarot spread with an example reading. Always interesting to go through these. So what are we talking about today too? Tarot techniques. Here we've got the Lo Scarabeo Tarot, which is coming in parts 88 and 89. So we can choose between creating stories or conversations when carrying out a reading using a random card. Okay, so we make a story up as we look at the card. Useful prompts. If the 6 of Swords is drawn, it suggests questions associated with journeys or making an escape could be relevant to today's reading. From card to question. So you ask the querent, what are we talking about today? And then transform the cards into actual questions. And then the querents can give you surprising prompts when they look at the imagery and how it speaks to them. Okay, World of Tarot. Experimental tarot. So this is a new series. We tend to think of tarot decks as a standard pack of cards, but creative minds have come up with a range of experimental variants. So innovation, using photography, using collage. Special case is the comparative tarot. It combines 4 different types of decks. Secret Forest was an experimental one. Transparent tarot, which I have. Basically, it's on acetate, and so if you lay them on top of each other, then you can actually see combinations of cards. So we've got different examples here of the same card from different creators. And and a visual reference to the minor arcana of the Santa Muerte tarot, where to go in the magazine for the articles, and then what do we have coming? We have Tarot of the Mermaids. I don't have this deck, I don't think. No, it's not one I would have bought, I don't think. We have a spread called Song of the Sirens. The numerals are number 9. The first half of Tarot of the Mermaids then. We have the second half in part 87. More on experimental tarot. And the numeral is, of course, number 10. So that is parts 84 and 85 of Total Tarot magazine, together with the Santa Muerte tarot deck. Until the next time, bye friends, bye.